Oh, that sounds
good.
A sunburn.
You know it's bad when that sounds good.
I know, right?
Well, I don't have any sunshine yet to talk about. In fact, this camera is kind of funny. This camera, I mean, it looks like it's broken, and I've said it earlier, and I'll continue to remind you that this camera actually is very much working because of that low cloud cover and fog. This camera is just covered by that. So I know it doesn't do much. You can't really see anything, so you just have to take my word for it. But 37 degrees, that's where we're at. We do have visibility impacts. You might be able to see it a little better when that sun starts to rise around 7:53. Now, talking about that fog, the good news is we are going to start to see some improvements. I'm tracking it between about 1 and 2 o'clock with a little bit of it sticking right around parts of the southwest interior. But you don't have to take my word for on this one. I'll show you. Now, 9 o'clock, we'll see it really kind of spreading out a bit before it starts to condense back down and clear up. What 1 to 2 is what I said. At about 1:30, you can see again, really it's just sticking right around that Olympia, Tacoma, parts of the Kitsap Peninsula region. 4:30 will start to improve for just a blip before we start to see it expanding just a little bit. And then I will tell you, we'll start to see a little bit of that low cloud cover and fog building back up along the coast, down the Olympic Peninsula. And although we are looking to be primarily clean throughout most of it, or clear between most of the Puget Sound lowland region, because of those clear conditions and the calm winds, we'll see again that development of low cloud cover and fog overnight into tomorrow morning. So we jokingly said rinse and repeat minus the rinse. Take a look at what we've got going on for today. Highs today are going to be in those mid-40s. We're continuing to trend just a couple of degrees below average. Down in the South Sound, seeing the same thing as well. Taking a look at your pinpoint 7-day forecast, minus some light misty conditions and some drizzle for tomorrow. We'll track that coming up a little bit later. We are looking to be primarily dry with ample afternoon sunshine, really Friday and beyond. Now, we're taking a look at 621 traffic for you this morning. Got to look at those drive times for you. Haven't seen much of a change in the North Sound, which is good news, but in the South Sound, a bit of a different story as those drive times have hit an hour in some locations. We've seen that for Puyallup to Renton, it's still at about 45 minutes, but it's Tacoma to Seattle that's getting a bit messy, 60 minutes and climbing. I do know if you have to head out the door right now, the best bet for getting those traffic updates on the road is if you're going to tune into 97.3 KIRO News Radio. Again, that's where you'll get all of your latest updates on the road. 97.3 KIRO News Radio.
All right, Frankie, thank you. Today, Bob Ferguson becomes the 24th governor of Washington, what he plans to focus on right away during his term in office.
And in our KIRO 7 local jobs report, Uncruise Adventures is hiring seasonal crew for the upcoming cruise season.